Here keeping your company. Good night to those of you who have been with me since 7 o'clock, 6:30. I've been here all afternoon. Thank you for joining. Some of you have been enjoying the mix. Some of you have been rocking to the beats of the music that have been played, and I appreciate you for that. You are tuned to Love 101 FM, and we are now live because we are drawing binge. Yes, no man. Who want draw binge with me? Hmm. Oh my goodness, it has been quite the week. Today is the 27th day of October 2023. OMG, if you don't realize, we are almost in December. It is almost Christmas again. Can you believe it? I cannot believe that 10 months have already gone in the year. Time is flying so fast. It is moving at the speed of light. If you blink, you may miss it. But I give thanks that, I'm able to be here with you all to share, to talk, to encourage through the music, through the words, and just being able to receive from you as well. Auntie Bobbit, good evening to you, who is in the middle of the bench, so nobody can push you off. I appreciate that. For me, it has been an interesting week. Um, yeah, it was good. You had the ups and downs. But it started off with a church service. My company, we joined the Portmore New Testament Church of God for their church service on Sunday. And it was absolutely beautiful. It was indeed a blessing to be in the house of the Lord, my two families meeting. And then I think that kind of gave me the strength to go through the week. Yeah. Because it's like you get gas for your vehicle, whether you buy gas every week or however often you buy gas. So your motor vehicle can be fueled. That's what it's like going into the house of the Lord. You get that fuel, that energy to keep you going, to allow you to continue on the journey. And whether you're physically in the house of the Lord or you're online, because since the advent of COVID, we have the opportunity to worship, you know, on these various platforms. It's always a blessing when you can receive a word. And the word on Sunday was about service. A lot of us want to be served, but we don't want to serve. And we are called to a life of service. And our greatest example, who is Jesus, he served. He served. Even when he went to wash his disciples' feet, and they're like, "No, Jesus, what are you doing? Don't do that. I'm supposed to wash your foot." And he's like, "Look here, I'm going to do this. This is the example I'm leaving you. This is what you ought to be doing. You ought to be serving others. You need to let others know that they are also important, that we are all important." And then last evening, I was at another meeting where the scripture was about us being a part of the body and that the body has many parts. Yeah. So nobody is an island, nobody stands alone. We each have our part to play. So I don't subscribe to the people that say, "Oh, there's nothing in church to do," or "There's nothing here to do." You can always find something to do. You are called for this reason. Everybody has a purpose, everybody has a reason to be. Oh, that reminds me, I saw a quote this morning. Let me see if I can find it so I can share it with you all. It was a beautiful quote, and it had to do with what I'm saying right now. Right, here it is. The two most important days in our life are the two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. because we live for our whys. Why are we here? What are we doing here? You know, what is our purpose? What is our reason of being? It can't be, oh, to make money and to buy all these things and to be rich and whatever. And then what? After you acquire all these things, then what? What are you going to do with it? How are you going to bless others? Because it's really about us sharing. I was saying to somebody also this week that they were saying, what was it? Oh, they can't understand why some Christian people are in lack or why they're suffering. And I was saying it's because we're not doing what we ought to be doing. In the Bible, they all brought everything into the house of the Lord, and then it was then shared among the brethren. That's really how it's supposed to be. That's not how we do it now. Some people even find it hard to pay their tithe, but that's another story for another time. The point I'm making is that we ought to be utilizing our resources to the best of our abilities and then allowing others to benefit in whatever way we can. So for those of us who are better off, for want of a better word, it's not for you to say, oh, I'm better than you and blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. Because the hand cannot do without the eye, the eye can't do without the ears can't do without the mouth can't do without the foot. Where on earth is your, how is your mouth going to get where you're going if you don't have your foot? All right. So we have to be conscious and mindful of these things and how we treat each other because everybody is important. Yes. Good evening to you, Angela Walsh. Nice to have you. My first time on the long bench. Welcome. Well, it's not my first time, but I'm not a regular. Good evening to you. This is Dea Oti from Florida. Did I get that right? Enjoying your selection of songs. You are most welcome. It was a good evening of music. So yeah, we are on the bench. Welcome one and all. Welcome to those who've joined us live on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome to you. And for those who don't know what I look like, if you go online, you will see me. And remember, when you go onto YouTube, you want to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that when we go live, you can know. All right. It's Fellowship Fridays. So you can call me on 876 968 8327 or 876 968 8328. You can also WhatsApp 876-997-3125. Remember, the WhatsApp number is for WhatsApp messages only, so you can't call that number, but you can call the telephone numbers 8327 or 8328 968. Okay. Hi, just said Palmer, saying good night to everyone here on the live and on air. Hi, Uncle Barry. Good evening to you. Uncle Barry, my day I wait on the pot a little peckish. Look now, man. I said so. So you make breakfast. I see, and somebody else make dinner. I get you. I like it. I love that we are a family station and we understand each other. Yeah, that's what we do. We know who's doing what, when, where. Yeah, I like it. Hi, Shamar Williams. Good evening. Good evening to you. Welcome to those of you who are joining us from far from overseas. And that's a good thing about us. We're on the app, which you can get from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, so you can connect with us wherever you are in the world. So good night to you, Donovan, who is joining from New York. What time is it in New York? Are we on the same time right now? Because I know sometimes we're on have daylight saving and all these things are on different time. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you for having me on the bench. Yeah, we have daylight savings. I wonder what time it is in New York. Donovan, can you tell me what time it is in New York? Yeah. And when you hail me, I want you to tell me where you're hailing me from. It's 11 minutes after 10. Thank you, Donovan. So it's 11 minutes after 9 here. So you're an hour ahead. All right. Hi, Carlene Williams. So you need to tell me where you're messaging from so I can know how far we are reaching. Faye from Blue Hole, good evening to you. Uh, Marvin Murphy, welcome to the Long Bench. Thank you. Big up to Merle and the Long Bench crew. Marvin is from Massachusetts. Yes. So I want you to let me know where you are messaging from so we can have a little idea of where all our family members are, whether we're in Jamaica. And if you're in Jamaica, I still want to know where. So if you're there, Okeechobee. Is Okeechobee in Jamaica? Is there a place in Jamaica, Okeechobee? Yeah. Um, there are lots of places in Jamaica that we don't know the names of, and people are from all over. And this is a good way to learn these places. Hugh Smalling from Golden Age. Yes, Hugh. Thank you. Estelle is from Retreat in St. Thomas. All right, good stuff. Thank you guys. I love the participation. Aisha Mars from St. Elizabeth. Okay, we're in St. Elizabeth. It's an old parish, Aisha Mar. You have to be a little bit more specific. Carol Miller, the Hulk lady, really? Good night. Good night, Carol. Good night. Happy Friday to you, Yvonne. All right. The whole anointed Karen, you're from the whole parish of Clarendon? No, you have to be from a particular part. I'm not asking you to give me a street name now. I just need to know which community, which city you're from. Grantham. All right. Grantham, Clarendon. No, you mean here's what's gonna happen, I'm going to say I have no idea where that is. I have no idea. Leeds. I know Leeds in St. Elizabeth. I have been there. My in-laws live in Leeds. So yeah, I know Leeds. I know Leeds. All right. Mrs. Forbes from Kingston. Uncle Barry's from Battersea in Mandeville. Battersea. Don't know that one. Barbara Facey is from Canada. We know this. It's quite a while. I haven't been on the long bench, but I hope Sister Merle will have something to offer me. Barbara, we're waiting on Sister Merle to join us. Elaine Be Beautiful is in Texas. You're in Texas, Elaine? Is that what you're saying? You're messaging us from Texas. I like it. Sister Lopez is from Aracabessa. Right, we know that. Josette Palmer from Kingston. So some persons are messaging me on YouTube and Facebook. Some persons are messaging me on WhatsApp. For those who missed the number and they're just joining, it's 876-997-3125. That's our WhatsApp number. All right. Grantham is close to Frankfield. Okay. Marvin, no, I am not from Santa Cruz. I am very much from Kingston. I was born at the University Hospital of the West Indies. I am very much a Tony. Very much. I've only gone to the country. Let me not call it the country, because Jamaica is a whole country. I have been out of town to visit family and friends, but I'm from Kingston. So I've been to Portland, which is where my mom's from, specifically Bybrook. For those who know Bybrook, anybody listening from Bybrook, let me know. So I've been to Bybrook in Portland, and I have been to Beast Beeston Spring. I think it's Beeston Spring in Westmoreland. That's where my dad's from. Yeah. So I've been to those definitely, and I've been to Leeds in St. Elizabeth, which is where my in-laws are from. Well, that's where my mother-in-law lives now. I don't think they're from there, but that's where she lives now. Marcia is from Jericho and Linstead. You know, it's also interesting that these place names have names are named. I'm wondering. I'm trying to process the thought so I can express it. There are places in Jamaica that have names of other places. That makes sense? And you wonder if they named it because of that place. So, like Jericho and St. Elizabeth, did they say, okay, this reminds me of Jericho, another Jericho, so they call it Jericho? I don't know. I don't know. Um, Clayton is listening from California, saying good night to my mother, Miss Lucy in Sligoville. Her radio is stuck on love. So good evening to you, Miss Lucy in Sligoville. Your daughter Martella says good night from California. All right. Let me see who this is. See if I can get this one.
Hi, Love 101. Good night, my dear. Beautiful voice.
Thank you.
I am Sister Juliet from Flint River in St. Mary.
Flint River in St. Mary. I think that's what I heard. Flint River. Thank you for sharing that. Cherry from Spanish Town. We know this. Buenas noches, Senorita Parchment. Happy Friday. Was listening earlier. You are up as always. Stop it. Long range up and running. It is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. I'm going to take a quick break and then I come back to these messages.
Health is your wealth, so come we start the conversation. Make we rise and immunize all across the nation. The ministry is giving us the motivation. Get your infants routine immunization. Protect the toddlers from all diseases. Tetanus, rubella, whooping cough and the measles. Polymyelitis, mumps and the flu. Plus tuberculosis, to name a few.
Rise to immunize. Eliminating diseases saves lives. Visit your nearest clinic or health center for more information or log on to www.moh.gov.jl.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness with support from USAID and PAHO.
As Breast Cancer Awareness Month comes to a close, we speak with retired Jamaican track and field athlete and breast cancer survivor, Noveline Williams-Mills. We'll also review the Reggae Girls' performance against Panama. So tune in to Sports Talk this Saturday, October 28th, 1 to 2 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101.
Here's an invitation for churches and community organizations. If you're hosting an event which offers free admission, tell us about it and we'll get the word out in Love FM's bulletin board. Simply email your information to bulletinboard@love101.org. Love FM's bulletin board for church and community events with free admission and certain fundraising events. Conditions apply. Listen to Bulletin Board on Love 101 Saturdays at 4:55 p.m. Love FM's bulletin board is on your family station, Love 101.
Get ready for an inspiring time inside Love in the Morning with me, your host, Jakal Dyer, this Monday, October 30. Listen throughout the show for tips on how to become the best version of who you are in the feature Becoming You. Grab your cup of coffee and make us start the day right with the morning coffee pick-me-up devotional at 6 a.m. Then cruise with Love on your radio at 7 a.m. inside Drive Time Jammings with great music to lift your day. This week, inside Being Jamaican, we guess some Jamaican riddles. At 8:30 a.m. inside The Healthy Way, we discuss cheilitis, otherwise known as chapped lips. And then at 9:30 is something more brought to you by the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center. Stick and stay with us. This Pick Me Up Monday inside Love in the Morning, 5 to 10 a.m. on the family station, Love 101. Celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
No, see it done, have a couple plan.
Now we're celebrating 30 years of music and family, 30 years of love. We're celebrating 30 years of music and family, 30 years of love. We're celebrating 30 years of love. We're celebrating 30 years of love. 30 years of love.
We are celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love. And it's because of all the love we get from you guys, why we're still here. Thank you so much for that. All right, so let me get back to our location. We're turning on our locations tonight. All right, so Carlene said she was from Grantham Close, which is close to Frankfield, okay. Kemoy, Smelly. Hi, Kemoy from St. Andrew. But where are you listening from, Kemoy? Anointed Caron. Long Bench Festive. Okay. Marvin says his grandmother was Parchment. It's possible we're related. Well, not directly, but it's possible. Because I married Parchment. Yvonne Scott, good evening to all the Long Bench crew. Hope all is well with you and the families. Lots of blessings to you all. All right, Merle, they are calling out for the menu. We're getting there. Kemoy, listening from South Carolina. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Pauline is in Brownstown. All right, so Kemoy, South Carolina. Pauline, Brownstown. Kemoy, originally from Jonestown in St. Andrew. Deetra Broderick, listening to the program. All right. Love to you always from Pastor Deetra Broderick. Thank you so much. Good night to you, Glenoy Curry. Yvonne Scott. All right, Yvonne. It's not Chevy tonight. Chevy's off tonight. All right. Details listening from St. Anne's Bay. Good stuff. Rosemary Howell is listening from Pembroke Hall. All right. Good night. You're live on Love. Good night.
All right.
Can you hear me? Doesn't seem that they're hearing me. Ouch. That hurt. All right. Good night. Sister D, great to have you tonight. Blessings. That's Carol from Penance. Orain and I am from Whiten Avenue. Okay, in Waltham. Okay, Waltham. Man, I'm still caught up on this traffic that was on the road today now. Oh my goodness. For those who didn't hear me talk about it earlier, oh my God, it's still on my mind. Aldith Sterling from Windsor Road, Spanish Town. All right, in St. Catherine. Riri from Maryland. So we have Massachusetts, South Carolina. We have, there was another Long Beach. Somebody from one next part of foreign. New York. Yes, it's the whole of US is foreign. Everywhere else is not really foreign. Yes, Cherry. I don't know why I am saying it is 80 minutes after 8. I realize it is now 25 minutes after 9 o'clock. All right. So it's after 9 o'clock in Jamaica for those listening, other parts of the world. It's 9:25 p.m. I don't know why I'm saying it's after 8, my dear. Thank you so much. Norma is listening from Highgate St. Mary for 30 years. She says she has been tuned and locked in to Love 101. All right, good evening. I am in Kingston listening from early evening and studying my Bible lessons. Okay, Edna, you have Sabbath school tomorrow. Stafford from Patrick City. We know this. Thank you so much. One love. Brother Arnold, good evening to you. All right, Brother Arnold, I'm going to have to get back to you, all right? Oh, thank you so much, Yvonne. Sending love to Chevy wherever he is. God bless you, my dear. Pauline touching base with us from Maryland. Thank you so much, Pauline. Monica is messaging us from Maroon Town, listening to the program. We are on the long bench, talking about everything, anything, We're just trying to share and kind of de-stress, not depress. We're de-stressing from the week, whatever. We're just throwing it off, going into the weekend, whether we're going into service tomorrow, Saturday, or we're going into service on Sunday. What is important is that we do take a breather. We do take a breath. That is very important, people. Trust me. Good night. Can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. All right, so I was just catching up there with Brother Calvin from Penance. He says he's from Port Antonio. Want to give him a call back shortly because our phone lines still seem to not be working. Nicole, remember you're supposed to tell me where you're messaging me from. Yes.
Hi, Deidre. Good night.
Good night.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
I am Glenoy, calling from, touching base with you from Passage Fort in Portmore.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Glenoy from Portmore. Even Portmore big, like you said, St. Catherine, and then you said Portmore, and then you still have to zoom in some more. And wow, we big, we large. We small, but we large. Music and family, 13 goodness, 30 years of love. It is 9:30 on the Sound of Love 101 FM, the family station. We're on the bench. How you know do? What's going on in your neck of the woods? By the way, how did the weather treat you all? Yeah, how was that? How has that been? Because it was quite uh oh, do I'm gonna tell a traffic story? I'm gonna tell a traffic story. So I'm coming up Hagley Park Road. Um I got to 3 miles and I'm like, what's going on here? Why is there traffic? Kind of like, oh, maybe because I have to merge into two lanes, right? I have to merge into the two lanes. And I was like sitting there and literally did not move for 5 minutes. And I was saying to myself, what could cause this? It can't just be the rain. Can't just be the rain. Something must have happened. And then we moved a little. And when I said a little, I mean a little. We moved a little. And then it took me all of like half an hour to get from 3 miles to that intersection at Waltham Park Road. For those persons who know Hagley Park Road. And that is that's a section of the road that shouldn't even take you 5 minutes, right? On a normal day. Because you have to take into consideration that there's a traffic light right there at the intersection, which is going to stop you every now and then. But it really shouldn't take you 30 minutes. I was anxious and annoyed because I needed to get here. And I said, I'm just going to relax. It's really, I don't need to get worked up over this. Sometimes stuff happening in our lives delaying us and we want to get where we're going. But let's not get worked up over it. That's basically what I told myself. I'm not gonna get worked up over it. I'm gonna get here and I'm gonna get here safely. That's what I was, telling myself. When I got to the intersection, I realized it's because persons were blocking the intersection when it was their turn. So when the light changes to green on the other side, in the other direction, they go into the middle of the roadway, whether they had the space to or not. So the persons coming up Hagley Park Road couldn't get through when it's their green. And that was quite unfortunate. And it's something that happens just generally, but I think the rain just kind of made it worse. In any case, I prayed that there would be no accident because I saw one almost happen based on people trying to navigate that kind of entanglement. So I just prayed, there was no accident because during this time when the road is wet and people are getting about their business, it's Friday evening. They want to go about their way. They want to get home. They can get crazy, but we give God thanks. All right. That's my traffic story. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so we're trying to get back Brother Calvin because Brother Calvin said that he's from Port Antonio and he knows Bybrook. I want to know what's happening in Bybrook. Brother Calvin.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, and I can hear you. Wonderful. You were saying that you're from Port Antonio.
I'm from Penance in Florida, but I'm at Port Antonio at the moment.
Oh, you're in Port Antonio at the moment?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been to Bybrook?
Yes, I've been to Bybrook. I partially live over here,
You partially live over there?
Over here. I'm in Port Antonio, but I went to Bybrook a couple of times at church, And so I'm back over there too.
Okay, what is it like? I know sometimes when it rains, the roads get bad and it's difficult to get there.
Well, the roads are good. I drove there, the road good, man.
Okay.
Road good,
Okay, that's good to know. Because I remember once that it was a lot of rain and then the river came down and it took away a lot of property.
Yes, ma'am.
But
yes, Yeah, back up Rio Grande Valley.
Right.
Yes, it's up the most damage done, when we have heavy rain.
Right.
Yeah. The other week, Port Antonio flood out. You must have seen on the television.
Yeah, I heard about it. I mean, there's several places that have been impacted. So while some places are like, yes, it's raining, some places are like, no, it's too much.
Yes, well, yeah. Yeah. So we can't big up Chevy then. Chevy now, you hear me?
If he's listening, he will certainly hear you. So you can go right ahead and big him up.
Chevy, the brain, you got clear, man. Doing stuff for God, you do it, you don't fear. Chevy, the brain, stay in idea. What the people never hear. Yes, big up Chevy. I want to big up my sister-in-law over there, Sister Pat. Always last week she told me that she dropped off the long bench.
She fell off the bench?
She fell off the bench. She fell asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Can I send somebody greetings? Night greetings.
You're gonna have to make it quick.
I just want to bless up Sister Veronica Barnes from in the Penance region, Dang Savoy, you call over there. And birthday greetings come from her mother, Aunt Alice, and her siblings. And also Rajim Lynch from Penance, his mother, Miss Winter, and sisters and brothers. And also Ulita Winter from over there, Mount Providence in Clarendon. That's it for now. God bless you, Sister Daisy. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, Brother Calvin. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the bench.
Have a good night, my dear.
All right, you too.
Thank you very much.
All righty, bye-bye.
God bless you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much there, Brother Calvin. All right, so that's okay. Try and hear my voice. No, please and thanks when you can. All right. Hugh Smalling. Okay. Hazel Gales from Uraton saying good night to Chevy. I know that's what she's doing. She's hailing Chevy in his absence. All right. See if I can listen to this voice note here for you.
Yes, man. Good night again. Yeah, man. The rain today was nice. It was so nice. And we played some Ludi today.
What?
I was playing some Ludi today while the rain was falling. Actually, one morning, from morning right up until after 3. That's the time I finish. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Ludi, man, I will enjoy myself well, you know. Yeah, man, have a good night. Take good care of yourself. Yeah, and happy Friday tomorrow, my love family. Take good care of yourself. We know all have a great weekend. Take good care from you, Smalling.
All right, Hugh Smalling. Oh my goodness. Can I tell you I'm jealous? How can I be jealous of something that gone already? Cause you they home all day and play Ludi. Yeah. My bad mind, yo. But as I was saying to Brother Calvin, like there's persons who are excited to have had the rains, but then there are persons who are not so okay with that. And it was great to hear that they have lifted the restrictions, the water restrictions, because the dams are at capacity again. One is at 100%, one is at 96%. So they're able to fly the gate for the water. So the rains have been good to us. I hope that we are able to maintain it in terms of the storage. So having flown the gate, I hope we don't have to revert back to tightening again. But I know weather patterns have changed and that has affected the rainy season that we're used to and the replenishing that we're used to. And, that's a bit of a challenge. So there are persons who are saying, yay, yay for the rains. Because there are persons who, they have leaks. So, they have to they're inside, but it feels like outside because, they're getting wet and all of that. So the rain is nice. It cools us down, especially if you live in Portmore. Oh my goodness. I think the last couple nights I was able to sleep comfortably. I just turn on my fan because I still need a fan, The fan is still needed. Just turn on the fan and just sleep nice and comfortably. It's not hot air that is spinning around in the room, but nice, cool air that's coming from outside because of the nice temperatures. Because God blessed us with some rainfall that has been good for me. Yes. So that was part of what would have occurred during this week, the rains. I had to stay home one day this week and I was saying, God, you love me so much. Oh, it's too much. Oh, because it rained that day. Because usually I don't like staying home during the days because it is so hot. But I had to that day and oh my gosh, it rained. So I was cool all day. So God, you love me, man. Sure. Oh my goodness. 19 minutes to 10 o'clock. We're inside Fellowship Fridays. We're on the long bench. I haven't heard from our regulars. Where's Miss Merle? I don't hear from you, Miss Merle. Are you awake? Are you around? What's up? Give us a hail. Send us a message. The WhatsApp line you can message on is 876-997-3125. The phone lines seem to still not be working through so that we can hear you. Let's put it that way, because I can still answer, but when we try to allow other persons to hear, it's giving me some challenges, and I am no technician. But God is good, and we are keeping your company as you are keeping mine. Appreciate it. Trust me. Love it. Angela Hackett, happy Sabbath to you, my dear. For those going into worship tomorrow. Today is what? Friday the 27th. Can you believe next week is November? Or we started by saying the year is almost done. But yeah, next week, Wednesday, is the 1st of November. I think I might play a carol before I leave. I feel like I can start the Christmas. I feel like I can start playing Christmas songs now. Cherry Henry says good night. Happy to be on the long bench. Tajay Sewell, good night. This is UK Shadrach. Okay. Nice to have you. Melanie. Hi. Yvonne, stop it. Carmen, good evening to you.
Good night, Sister Deidre.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
To you. I'm on the long bench, but the flu is coming down on me.
No.
So I've been trying to fight this flu. So I'm not so
100
hot tonight at all.
Mm-hmm.
Big up all the long bench crew. Everyone on the long bench. Brother Chevy, good night if you're listening. And good night to everybody. Sister Deidre, have a wonderful night and safe journey home.
Thank you, Carmen. Carmen is from Yorton. That reminds me, when you talk about catching the flu, people, we have to treat our bodies right. Yes. We have to ensure that we're taking our vitamins, we're exercising, we're eating properly. And trust me, I'm talking to myself as well. I was able to exercise one day this week, and that's bad. That's bad. I just realized I only did one day this week. I was going to exercise yesterday, but I was so tired. I felt like I was going to overdo it. You also need to listen to your body. That's important. Because if your body said don't do it, don't do it. Because then you'll overdo it. So I'm making sure I'm drinking my water. I am eating, try to eat properly. I'm trying to lose 3 pounds. My friends keep laughing at me. Where am I going to lose these 3 pounds from? It's you know you have to set a goal, right? Yes. So I'm drinking my water. I am exercising. I'm going to ensure that I exercise on Monday because I don't think I'll be able to do that tomorrow because tomorrow I have a funeral and Sunday I have I won't be able to do any exercise this weekend. I would have exercised today, but I'm here. So that's not gonna happen. But exercise, drinking your water, eating properly, taking your vitamins. Yes, very important. And one vitamin that we realize that we don't need or we're getting but we don't realize it is this vitamin D. For those people who lock up in their house all day, some you need to go outside and get some sun. Okay, that's it might, but you don't want to go like in the middle of the day when it's pelting, and so that you will melt. No, you go like early morning, like the early sun, or not when it's too bright out. Yeah, but I like to during the course of the day because I work in an office where there's air conditioning. That's why I go to work every day. Shh. There's air conditioning, but I ensure I go outside at least once for the day so I can get my sunlight. I have to go outside. So if it's during my lunchtime, I'm going to go outside. Or if I'm taking a break, I'm going to go outside because I need to catch my sunlight. Of course, there was not much sunlight today because it was raining, but you need to catch your sunlight. You need to take your vitamins, especially if you are not eating balanced meals, which you should be. But you need to ensure you're taking your vitamins. Dita is asking me for a Christmas song. Okay, I'll see which one I pull out of the hat before I leave tonight. Yeah, because I feel a Christmassy vibe. Let's pause for a cause and come back.
As Breast Cancer Awareness Month comes to a close, we speak with retired Jamaican track and field athlete and breast cancer survivor Novlin Williams Mills. We'll also review the Reggae Girls' performance against Panama. So tune in to Sports Talk this Saturday, October 28th, 1 to 2 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101.
Here's an invitation for churches and community organizations. If you're hosting an event which offers free admission, tell us about it and we'll get the word out in Love FM's bulletin board. Simply email your information to bulletinboard@love101.org. Love FM's bulletin board for church and community events with free admission and certain fundraising events. Conditions apply. Listen to Bulletin Board on Love 101 Saturdays at 4:55 p.m. Love FM's bulletin board is on your family station, Love 101.
Here is your opportunity to connect with someone who will listen, pray, and give guidance. It's the Ministry of Counseling and Prayer of the Edgewater Baptist Church. Please call 876-220-6474 or 876-332-7956. Weekdays between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Please talk to someone if you're finding it particularly challenging to cope during this period of crisis. Someone is waiting for your call. Please reach out today, 876-220-6474 or 876-332-7956. It's the Telephone Counseling and Prayer Ministry of the Edgewater Baptist Church. A reminder that somebody cares. Endorsed by Love 101.
When I come to the end of myself, Father, carry me.
When I've come to the end of myself, Father, carry me. Bless up Laverne from Ensom on the long bench. Shout out to Merle and Mitzi. Hope those ladies are listening. Good night to you. Edna from...
Good night, Deirdre.
Hi.
What happened to Merle tonight? It's not as if Merle out of service, man. This not sound like Merle at all. And Deirdre, make sure when you get in the sunlight, it has to be the early sun and the late sun. Okay? The sun, 10 o'clock, sun going up to 4 o'clock is not good for you. So you have to catch the sun from early in the morning before 10 o'clock and catch it in the evening after 4 and beyond. Okay? All right? Have a blessed rest of the night. Safe journey home to you when you finish working. Still here, I'll linger up on the back on the long bench and doing my Bible lessons.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I'm doing a revelation seminar at church. Yeah, revelation seminar. So I'm doing the studies, the lessons, So I'm here studying and answering questions.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Edna. Yes, it can't be the middle of the day sunlight. And when she says 4 o'clock, you also have to be mindful of how hot it is out there at that time. You don't want to, because sometimes 4 o'clock sun's still hot. So it's when it's going down that you want to go out there. You don't want to be getting the really hot. Thank you, Auntie Nadine. She said it's true what she said about the sun. Early sun or late sun. Not middle of the day sun. We don't want anybody catch heat stroke. But remember, stay hydrated, people. Stay hydrated. Eight minutes to 10 o'clock. Making sure I'm catching the time right now. I'm not trying to slow time down. Oh my goodness. I am kind of excited for the... No, I'm not. I'm excited that it's the weekend. But as I said, I have a funeral service tomorrow. It's going to be. But every time I go to a funeral service, it makes me evaluate my life and evaluate that dash. I don't know if persons have heard about that. So it's, you'll have the date you were born and the date you die, and then you have a dash in between. What is my dash like? That's how, this is what homegoing services do for me. Bring me to a place of evaluation. And I want to every day be living my life on purpose. I want my life to be impactful. I want to be of service to somebody in some way, I want to ensure that even if I offend somebody, I'm able to recognize that and I'm able to correct if it is in my remit to do so. And I want to be able to influence others to be better if that's, possible. Because we, as I said earlier, we each have a purpose, right? We're all here for a reason. Nobody's here by chance. And sometimes we look at some people and are like, why did they die so early? But you see when you go to some of those funerals for those young people, like, how did they do so many things? When did they find the time? But you have to make the time. That's something I learned. You have to make the time and you manage your time. You can do lots of things in your 24 hours. You just have to manage the time well. Like I've been working on my lateness. Yeah, I'm a little late bugger, but I've been working on that because I recognize that when I am early, it's almost like I am able to accomplish more, and then I have time to move on to something else. Yeah, so we have to manage our time properly and allow ourselves to be available to do what God is nudging us to do.
And DG is not only heat strokes, it can give you skin cancer. You have to be very careful. Yeah, it can give you skin cancer.
Yes, that's Edna following up on the sun story. So we're talking about going into the sun and getting our vitamin D. She's saying that, it can affect your skin as well if you're not careful. Merle from Hopewell. Water spoiled the flour. Merle, oh, that drop in. Oh, you were making dough and too much water went into it. No, I'm interpreting what she's saying. Oh my goodness. Water spoiled the flour. Okay. You know, I realized that I'm a foodie. I like food. I might not eat a lot, but I love food. Because I love fried dumpling. I do. I can't make it properly for the life of me. I cannot make fried dumpling properly. But I love fried dumpling. And if I want festival, I get the box. The festival mix in the box. Yeah, I think it works out better for me that way. I just follow the recipe. Yeah, I'm a little, I love food, but I'm really bad at actually making it. But I won't die. I am going to survive. I will be able to feed myself. I am able to feed myself. Seems like Merle not able to provide anything for us this evening, but that's all right. We've been talking about lots of things here, there, and everywhere. Because we are a family and this is a family station and we share, right? I've learned that people are listening from all over the world. Even though I don't think I've heard from the North America. I don't think I've heard from anybody from the Caribbean, the rest of the Caribbean, or any other part of the world. I think it was mostly North America and here locally. Marv, are you going to make some for me? All right. And hopefully I can get it over the phone. Thank you, Marv. I appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Yes, my fried dumpling. So hopefully I can have that for breakfast in the morning with some ackee and saltfish. I must spoil. I'm gonna spoil the flour. Ooh, sister again's helping me with the fried dumpling as well. I'm getting lots of help with my fried dumpling here. Somebody going to have to tell me how to make it right, because clearly I'm doing something wrong. Because it's supposed to come out crisp. Well, I like mine crispy, like on the outside and nice and soft on the inside. But it just will come out tough. Sometimes you just have to laugh at yourself, right? You just have to laugh at yourself. Oh gosh. Angela says she's listening from Canada. Thank you, Angela. Thank you so much. We're part in Canada. Hey, you know Canada big? Canada big, you know? Oh my goodness, Canada is big. Where part in Canada are you, Angela? Barbara, Sister Merle didn't get to go shopping because of the rain. Barbara is offering a reasoning. Sister Merle didn't go shopping because of the rain. Hi, Emmanuel. Hello. All right, Stafford, if I go outside at the time I'm leaving and there is traffic, I am going to cry. So thank you for the prayer that there will be no traffic when I am going home. Thank you so much. And I will have a good night's sleep. Thank you, Nicole. Appreciate it. No, Angela. You hear me and talk about my fried dumpling what me can use for stone. Play dandy shandy with. And you going to send me these fancy fried dumpling? Wait, what is this? This looks like cabbage and saltfish. Saltfish in there? But that look nice. That look like I'm gonna eat it for breakfast tomorrow. So I'm gonna ask you to send me some tomorrow morning so I can have this for breakfast. Thank you so much, Angela. Lita, me and you can't make fried dumplings so good. Edna, is a fried dumpling you're going to talk about?
Deji, why it come out tough? It's because you don't put enough baking powder in it. That's why it come out tough. You can't put too much and you can't put too little.
Oh, okay. So how am I going to know how much is too much and how much is too little? You see, that's a problem. All right, tell you what you do. Send me a recipe. I can very good at following recipes. If you tell me someone's put 1 cup of flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, I will do it. I can follow, and I must put it in the pot for 20 minutes and turn it over for. I'm sure 20 minutes is too long, but you get the point. I'm very good at following recipes. Send me the recipe, and I surely can make it. So, okay, so you're in Brampton in Canada. You know what? I think I'm going to go to Canada next year. When Auntie Nadine wants to come with her to Canada. Oh Lordy. I've been wanting to go, but I haven't had the opportunity yet. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go. It's a minute after 10 o'clock. I think we're gonna change gears a little bit. We're gonna get to some music. Thank you all so much for those of you who joined me on the live for Long Bench. It's always a pleasure interacting with you all. I love, love, and I love listeners. You guys keep me going. I appreciate it so much. So we're going to pause here for a cause, and then we are going to go back into some more music. Hopefully, as I change gears, musical gears, I'll be reaching out to some other persons because, you know, some like coffee, some like tea.
I fried dumpling is either too much baking powder or less baking powder.
You and me
I'm not
both.
good at it at all. But if it's spoiled, then I just had some more water to the flour and put a little piece of saltfish
And
cut
make
up
fritters.
something in there and just mix it up and make fritters.
I like you.
Because I'm not good at the fried dumpling at all. I'm good at making the boiled one, but not the fried one.
I like you, Dita. Dita say when it spoils, she just turn it into fritters. I like it. Dastato Allen listening to us from British Columbia in Canada. Hey, Canada. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I'll try that next time. If I realize it's not going to work, I turn it into something else so that I don't waste my flour. Anywho, thank you so much for joining me on the live. We are going to take a break and we will be back with some more music. Thank you so much for joining. Always a pleasure being with you all. Merle and Mitzi didn't quite make it to share with us. I know they're on the bench, but they probably didn't get to share with us tonight, but that's all right. Catch them again next week, right? Wink, wink.